Here we go. Hey guys, what's going on? This is Lux News Network. Our next guest is all the way from Cleveland, Ohio. He enjoys programming. He's a high school student. His name is LaShawn Bird.
Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for having me.
Okay. How you doing, LaShawn?
I'm doing great. What about yourself?
Doing good, doing good. Okay, so what grade are you in high school?
Right now, I'm in the ninth grade.
Ninth grade. Okay. Do you work on the side like weekend jobs or no?
Yes, I'm an entrepreneur, actor, author, and fashion designer.
Okay. Good, 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 good. Good hobbies. Um, you say you're a programmer, so are you self-taught or you take lessons?
Indeed, I'm self-taught. I have over 5 certifications in the field of software engineering:
Okay. Or what are some of those certifications you got?
Python, web development, JavaScript, um, and yeah, about 2 more web development certifications.
Okay. So what got you programming? Like what got you into it?
Well, I've always liked building things. So I thought building software from complete scratch with just a few lines of code would be amazing.
That's good. That's good. I do some programming myself. I learned Python a little bit, but I favorite web development, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Then I started learning SQL and PHP, but SQL wasn't hard to pick up. It was fairly easy.
SQL is fairly easy.
Yeah, that's good that you do that though. Um, Tell us about your shoe brand, Asins, if I'm saying that right.
Backends.
Atkins, okay, Atkins.
I actually have a unique story behind this. So we've all experienced a wave of misunderstanding from others once or twice, experienced insecurity, and have had trouble understanding ourselves and being comfortable in our own shoes, quite literally. So with this shoe line, I want to spread uniqueness and individuality through the various unique and seemingly odd designs that people would only imagine to be on sneakers. Through creativity, introspective emotion, I believe the most original forms of art can be created, even if that's through fashion.
Okay.
That's a bit, the lore of my brand.
So what would you say is the slogan, like the logo? Like like every company has their own slogan. Do you have one yet or no?
Our slogan is "Be unique."
Be unique. Okay. I like that. I like that. I was checking out your LinkedIn and you mentioned that the video game industry is changing. Why, what made you to say that?
So there's numerous AAA game titles coming out in upcoming years. A lot of them, besides the ones that are already out, which are already huge budget. I'm talking Hollywood budget. The video game industry is exceedingly becoming more and more expensive, so to speak, because evidently we can see that video games are becoming or require hundreds of millions of dollars to make, to distribute, to market. It's like producing a Hollywood movie. So as technology evolves, so is the video game industry. But within the video game industry, that's not in such a positive way.
Okay. Um, does the tech industry need more minority groups working in tech, like more females, more African Americans, more Asians, things like that?
In my honest, unfiltered opinion, I believe it doesn't need more because it really wouldn't make a difference towards the advancement of technology, but just for equitable and inclusive purposes, I would say yes.
Okay. Mm, You mentioned that you had an economic business leader certification. Was you thinking about getting like an MBA later in the future or a business type of degree, uh, or no?
I think in this day and age, um, those qualifications wouldn't really be needed as everything is, as you can see, accessible online. So not necessarily.
Okay, good, good, good. Um, what is web development? You had mentioned that earlier. So, what is that for people that don't know what it is and how can it get started?
Web development is the engineering of a piece of the internet because say you purchase a domain, you're basically purchasing a piece of the internet and you own a piece of the internet now. So web development is basically building the physical architecture around that piece of the internet. And for those who want to get started, um, you can check out this app called Memo. It's pretty valuable. Offers official certifications for web development. It's where I got one of mine from, and yeah.
That's good, 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 good. Um, you are a musician. Can you describe your music for those that do not know? And do you have like a SoundCloud?
So I'm actually more of a behind the scenes guy. I'm a music producer. I've worked with some pretty big artists such as Charlie Puth, 24K Golden, um, uh, Jack Harlow once or twice.
Hmm.
So on songs like this is one song by 24K Golden, 321. You can hear the beat behind it that I produced.
That's
Yeah, I
good.
think I think music is a very powerful self-expressive form of art.
Yes, it is. And throughout history as well. So what type of music equipment do you use? Do you use FL Studio? Do you use Native Instrument?
I use GarageBand and Soundtrap.
Okay, GarageBand soundtrack. Okay. Um, do you work in marketing slash sales? You talk about a lot of business on your profile or no?
I don't necessarily work in those industries, but I think it would be valuable to have those skills as an entrepreneur
Hmm.
to just set the foundation for your employees.
Right, right, right. That is so true. Yep, that is so true. Uh, Cold calling the first 7 seconds. What is that? I saw that on your profile as well for LinkedIn.
So when you're cold calling, those first 7 seconds are where your client is going to be really listening into, and you really got to hook them in like a song, like the first few sentences of a book. So it's just reeling them in with a really good sales pitch.
Good, good, good. Um, is the business world, is it easy today or is it rough? Why slash why not?
The business world today is, I would say, it's easy for those who possess a certain amount of traits that can really, propel a company forward and launch it off the ground. For others, it may be significantly harder because they aren't aware of the breadth of knowledge that you need to be an entrepreneur and what it really takes. So it really depends on the person.
Yeah, that is true. That's true. And to add on that, I'll say if you know how to critically think, that's a valuable asset. If you're ambitious, if you're persistent, if you're diligent, yeah, those qualities can help people to be successful in life and business and whatever. So yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Um, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Where do I see myself in 5 years? I see myself buying a lot of real estate because that's a very, I don't want to say trendy, but it's a very valuable asset in today's day and age, especially in the future.
Okay, real estate. That's
So I
good.
see myself as a sort of real estate mongol in the next 5 years.
Real estate manga. Okay, good, good, good to proclaim those things. Yeah, yeah. Mm. You wrote your first book in 2019. Can you tell us about Dynami and the gist of the book?
Oh yeah, I have another story behind this one. So one day I was feeling really particularly creative, and Wattpad was one of the first platforms I discovered you can.
Oh yeah, I heard of that. Yeah, it's a
Oh yeah,
platform to write books for indie writers. Yep.
oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. So I wanted to create something unique, something uh that would touch the heart of prospective readers.
Mhm.
Mind you, this is when I was 11, a few years ago. So I wrote the entire novella on the platform, and it started gaining mad traction. So that inspired me to become official, and I self-published it like a year and a half later. So to stay back to the question, Dynamite is essentially. Have you ever heard the anime Fairy Tail?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I watch anime. Yeah, Fairy Tail. It's a good anime. It's similar to One Piece for those that don't know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like that, centered around fantastical world full of
Yeah, world
wizards
building, adventure. Yeah,
and yeah, adventure guilds.
yeah. So what about it? You have mentioned Fairy Tail.
Um, that book garners a lot of inspiration from Fairy Tail.
Oh, okay. Your book
Yeah,
is a lot of inspiration, so it's like similar to that. Okay,
yeah.
okay. Thank you. Um, you taught yourself how to code. How does one learn to code? And what is coding?
One can teach himself how to code in two ways. There's books, which are semi-useful because it's not very hands-on, but it will give you, just that foundation of knowledge. Then there are courses, which some are hands-on, some aren't. I recommend going for the hands-on ones. So you really build a knack and an understanding of how to think like a software engineer. Um, and coding is basically just it's like when an architect home developer builds a house. Coding is basically that, but in the, I don't want to say metaphysical, in the digital world.
Okay. And to add on that, the way I learned to code was basically from reading books and doing my own projects. That's when it really started to click because I'm actually doing it by myself. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
And I said coding is basically giving the computer a set of instructions, and then that's it. And it just does whatever you do. So if you write something, some type of bad code, the computer is gonna write the bad code, and the system not gonna work.
yeah, yeah. That's a
Uh,
good.
what's it like being the eldest of five siblings? And do your siblings look up to you?
Yeah, speaking of look up to me, it is sort of pressurizing because you are like you feel obligated to set a good example for them. So being the eldest of five siblings feels good in a way because you know that you can guide them down the right path and be a positive role model for them. Um, and hmm, they look up to me in certain aspects, like a few traits that I possess, such as perseverance and whatnot. Because I always encourage them to really go after their goals and their dreams. So they look up to me in terms of really really chasing after it and not giving up.
Okay, that's great answer. That was a phenomenal answer. Um, Tell us about Raspberry. You're the founder, and what is Raspberry?
Best companies are named after fruits. That's what I always like to say. Um, Raspberry is basically a tech company operating in multiple sectors of technology, such as robotics, software, and hardware, that basically identifies really, really in demand problems and just builds around that. Because most failed companies build problems around solutions. But we like to take that, reverse that, build solutions around problems, real world problems that are in dire need of solving.
Great, great, great. And tell us about your clothing line, Labrosier. It sounds like French to me.
Funny story, funny story. So I was planning on releasing merch, but I figured that it would be a good strategy to do that under a sub brand. So that name, I just randomly came up with a word, very random word that doesn't even exist.
Okay.
That's what the name is. Um, See, originally it was just a sub brand where I can sell my merch under, but it's not existing anymore because I found out that's not too good of a strategy. So
Okay.
that was just a trial and error brand, so to speak.
Right, right, right. Most successful business people, they start a little business, it fails, then they start another one. They keep restarting one till one work. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Uh, you graduated middle school early. How did you do that?
Okay, so funny story. I actually have no idea where wiki editors get that information from because that's pretty false. So I had to reach out to them to erase and change that because I actually didn't graduate middle school early.
Oh, okay. All right. Uh, you're in high school right now. What is it like being a high school student in the US right now?
Well, it's not too different from how it was, say, in the early 2000s when everything was all peachy. But after all the mass shootings in public schools around the country, it does kind of feel like you have a chip on your shoulder to look out just in case something like that happens. Spot obvious signs like your classmates having episodes and whatnot.
Hmm.
So for the most part, it feels normal, but there's always that one chip on your shoulder.
Okay. And what year of high school you in? Junior year, senior year, freshman, sophomore?
Freshman.
Okay, okay, ninth grader. Okay. Yeah, I graduated in 2016. So a while back. Do you have a favorite celebrity slash innovator that you look up to?
I really look up to Elon Musk. I feel like what he's doing, the entire Mars mission, space company SpaceX. I really feel like he's doing something great for the entirety of humanity with that. So I really look up to him for that.
Okay. Um, hmm. What are some of your new projects you have coming up?
Currently, I'm writing a sci-fi novel, a full novel, and then I'm going to be voicing this video game, playing the role of evil Charlie.
Okay. And what's the name of this video game?
Um, ooh, I think I actually forgot what the name was.
Okay, it's all right. Yeah, you can tell me later and I'll drop it down in the comments later on when this video is posted. Um, what? No. How important is networking?
Oh man, networking is very, very, very important. You see, lower and middle class people, they don't really worry or focus about networking because they don't understand the importance of it. But the importance of it is to get places that you can't go all alone. You can't go by yourself, right? So networking is very, very important if you want to essentially become a winner, because you have to surround yourself with those type of people. So any major goal you may have, networking has to be up there on your priority list. So it's very, very important. You have to build a strong network to achieve great lengths of success.
Right, right. Um, how important is education to you?
Education is extremely important to me because there's never enough to learn. There's always something new to learn every single day. You have to be a lifelong student essentially, and realize that there's even information out there that you don't know. So education is extremely important to me.
Yes, that's good. That's good. Um, yeah, I say for coding, you should check out Sophia Learning. You can take college courses on there and as many as you want. And then you can transfer them to like a program called University of People. It's very cheap for online college. The most you'll pay is about like $4 grand. So yeah, you can check that out and you can do the program, get a bachelor degree in computer science. I'm in the process of doing that right now. I'm taking courses with Sophia Learning, gonna transfer them over to University of People. Um, you got any social media links like Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, YouTube, Twitch?
Well, of course. Where should I drop them?
You can just send it to my email, and then once I post this video, I just copy and paste them and post them down below on my on this YouTube video once it's uploaded.
Is this being distributed to any streaming platforms like Spotify, whatnot?
Um, no, I just right now I'm focused on one platform is YouTube, and then once I start growing this really big, I'll go to Rumble, and I go to a podcast. Like I pay for a membership for one, and I upload all my old videos. I just upload them at once, and then it'll be a ripple effect. It's just yeah, snowball effect. It's out there. Yeah.
That's not a bad strategy. Okay. Okay.
So you got Instagram or
Yep, I will send all the links to you right now.
okay. Instagram, Twitter, yeah, you can send all those. You got any questions for me or no?
Um, how many guests have you interviewed this past month?
This past month, I'll say you're the second guest so far. I have a whole lot coming up though, but I've been busy because I'm a nurse now. I'm a licensed practical nurse.
Hmm.
So I do a lot of working, most likely 80 hours. And yeah, I'm also doing working on getting my RN again and working on getting a computer science degree. So it's a busy schedule. Coding my spare time, trying to start other businesses like Lux News Network. That's one of the businesses I'm starting, trying to grow that up. Investing, doing other things. Like, yeah, 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 yeah. And I do like other things like well, one of my friends from college. We're gonna start like a music business on the side with for like filming things like that because I enjoy filming. So I'm just saving up to buy more studio equipment, and eventually with this, I'm gonna have like a private office where I do interviews, things like that. So just one step at a time. You just gotta start small and then slowly progress. Everybody gotta start somewhere, and so you just gotta put your head down, work hard on that one thing, and then once you start growing on, you focus on the next stage. So yeah, but we'll have a lot more guests. My next few guests I plan on interviewing is a lawyer. I plan on interviewing a hypnotist. Yeah, I plan on interviewing an artist that likes to draw and paint. So a lot more interviews to come, and a political commentator, a political analyst. A lot more interviews to come. Yeah, eventually one of them gonna go viral, and then next thing you know, I got some YouTube subscribers. So that's just how YouTube works.
Love to hear it. Love to hear it. Love to hear it. I will definitely send some viewers your way, some potential subscribers. Um, and feel free to have me back anytime.
Yeah, yeah, I will. I will. Yeah, stay in touch. You want to get on the show next time? I'll let you know, and yep, I'll have you back on there. Check up on you, see what's going on. Yeah. Thank you for coming on the show. It was nice meeting you. And yeah, I wish you nothing but blessings coming your way, and yeah, you seem like a bright young man, and the future's only going to get brighter for you. Just stay focused, don't mix up with the wrong crowd, and yeah, you're gonna be successful. Just the way you sounding and carrying yourself. So yeah.
Thank
Okay, it's nice meeting you, LaShawn. See you
you. Nice
later.
to meet you,
Thanks
Danny.
for tuning in, guys. Lux News Network signing out.
See ya.
See ya.